Mike, move around a bit. There's a light behind you. Here you go. Let me come round. Yeah, Obedience. You want to sit down? Obedience.
Sit down. I'll have to close the curtains.
No, it's fine. No, it's cool. No, come on. It's for you.
Yeah, I know, but yeah.
It's for you.
Yeah, it's for me, but
Yes.
I might end up doing
Content. Yeah, you will. Then if it's content, it's where you live, innit?
Yeah.
Stop. Like this is what they raised it out. Like I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
So Mike.
Yeah.
So why 95? What happened in 95?
Do you know what? 95, man. I mean, 95. I started doing an assessor class, and it used to do with business studies and talking about buildings, knowing how to deal with buildings, and getting your business in order. So that's where like the
Get your business in order.
Yeah.
So like I'm going to challenge you here then. So if you're saying order,
Yeah.
well then you need to. Well, how do you start when you build? Where do you start from?
Well, you start from home.
But where do you start from? What's the first thing you build?
Well, you got imagination.
Okay, and then where do you put it on a plan?
Do you know what? Either on a plan or a computer or
Okay, so what I was going to say is like when you build something, you need foundation. So there's clarity. We haven't got clarity. So when I was saying to you in 95, like you're over 30 years old in the game.
Yes.
You're not talking about your music interests. You've not talked about all of these things or where you grew up,
That's right.
all your influences. You just expect people to know, and that's why they get confused. And then they go, like, why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? But they don't know you are a polymath. The word is polymath.
Right,
Say that.
okay.
Say that out to me again. Polymath. That means you can do more than one thing.
Right. Okay.
When you're a polyglot, you can speak more than one language.
Oh, okay.
So poly, like when they use the word polyamorous, having one more than like so mono, as we know, stereo, and polyphonic. He did it with your keyboards and all that.
I like the sound of that.
Do you get that? So poly.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
So what did I say you were?
Poly something.
I've forgotten. Polyandry, poly. Anyway, it's on here. We'll get it.
Okay. Yeah.
And so polyglot. Let's speak in lots of language.
Right.
So what are your influences? Give me your three influences from. You were talking earlier about reggae and soul. So the inherent paradox in things are the contradictions people don't understand because most people think in one way. So what were your influences when you was younger? Where were you born?
Do you know what? I was born in Windsor Bucks, King Edward Hospital.
King, man, is that king there?
Yeah.
Of a Jamaican?
Yeah. And so I was sent to Jamaica, and I was brought up by my grandmother, and then my grandmother took me to Jamaica to live with my great grandmother, and
Polymath's the word.
right, okay, polymath, and then my granduncle and stuff and everything else like that. I'm one of those children that my great gran used to put me in the apron and shake me or console me. Do you see what I mean? So I'm one of those children, very loved, was very spoilt, but they taught me.
So what did it teach you, having all that love around you?
Do you know what? They taught me.
The light is on you now, look at that.
Ooh. They taught me about sincerity, innit? And just,
sincerity. So your brand's got to be sincere.
Sincerity and love and joy, isn't it? It's all about that.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm from a giving family, isn't it?
Okay, so rock the Ware
Yeah.
is more about rocking joy, rocking...
Yeah, rocking the fashion, and quickly before I forget, and then from 12, I grew up with my mother. So that's how it happened to my brothers and sisters. Yeah, so Rock the Ware is, it's connected with the website, topprojects.co.uk. And it's just like,
Let's come back.
Yeah.
You jump straight to top project.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, why would I leap from one thing to another? So all I'm trying to say to you is, you use the word rock the Ware. He's using W-A-R-E.
Right, yeah.
Right? Aware could be you're making people aware, open.
Yes.
Goes back to your sincerity and your openness.
Wow, okay, yeah.
I want to make you aware of the depth in fashion, aware of financial integrity, financial security. Do you see?
Cool.
Awareness.
Yes, awareness.
It's my aware or be aware. There's lots of things you can do with that word wear.
Yeah. That's cool.
Does that make sense? I think you've got it. So what does that make you think? Well, let's riff on that word wear. And when I say wear.
It makes you, you know what I mean? It's just like, doing designs to empower people. Fashion's always moving, isn't it? So
you need some security.
Security in what way?
Well, your brand's been around since 1995.
Yeah, it has, but what it is, I think I got a little bit more in it sort of like years later, if you know what I'm saying. I was more in doing the music more, even though the fashion was always there. But
so look, there's the music. Never forget silver. Look at this. So look, this is. I think what we need to understand is that Mike lives in a laboratory, and so really, like the experiments. This is 30 years of experimenting, and now you're coming out. So it's not about obedience, it's about disobedience. It's about actually reframing his words. So the words that come up for me, and I'm going to give you these.
Right, okay.
Polymath,
Yeah.
reframing,
Right, okay.
restructure,
Yeah.
review,
Yeah.
refrain.
Yeah.
I think that what else comes up for me? Authenticity, grounded in deep roots. So even that behind you, like this over there for half 200, 300, 400, 500,000 across the road. So you're now living in what would have been Brooklyn. When I come across here, feels like. So what does it feel like to have travelled the world? Because this guy was in Japan in the 90s, like I was,
Australia,
New York, Australia. What does this area feel like to you? Why have you stayed here?
Do you know what? My location is very comfortable, so that's why I stay there. Do you see what I mean?
Your sick code.
Yeah. So that's why I kind of stay in where I stay. Do you see what I mean? Because it's comfortable and, everything's arm's length for me.
That's not the only reason you stay, is it? To go and be informed. Because look at it, it's inspirational. You live in an urban environment, man. The tower block there is beautiful. I can't lie about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When we was in New York and all that, where did people live when they lived in Manhattan? They lived
tower
in
blocks. Tower blocks. Yeah.
Doesn't this remind you of Brooklyn and New York when you walk around there?
Not really, but as you say, I suppose, it may have some references in
I just walked down the Salem Road.
Yeah.
1.5 million for a 4-bedroom house.
I know, it's a lot of money, isn't it?
Just a minute.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
So, coming full circle, I'm going to challenge you again. Rock the Ware. Now I've challenged you.
Yeah.
Let's keep it simple. You look really calm now. Name me 4 new words that have come up for you since I've challenged you.
Wow. Well, maybe not new words, but flamboyant.
I wouldn't say that was flamboyant.
What's that?
That's not flamboyant, is it?
Not this, but some other stuff. Like, this is more like that stuff. There's a bit more flamboyant-y kind of.
Why is this flamboyant?
Because it's a little bit different.
That's the bit. You're not flamboyant. You're the complete opposite of flamboyant. You can be different by being subtle.
Right.
I'd say the stuff you do subtle, layered. You're far from flamboyant. Just because your personality is flamboyant, but this doesn't seem to. Why have you gone black and white? Why have you gone black and white if you're flamboyant?
Well, you can be. Does it have to be any colour?
So then you're reframing what flamboyance is.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Well.
Because if I asked the average person what flamboyant is, they'd say bright, wouldn't they?
Right. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, like there's certain other stuff, and there's and the thing is, it was someone that actually mentioned it to me because I sent them a design, not that specific one, but I sent them.
Call it zeros and dots.
Yeah, I sent them a design,
I love this. Look at this.
And there was like the lady said, "Oh, this is very flamboyant, isn't it?"
This is wicked. That logo.
So I just kind of thought I'd use that, but but Rock the Ware, just like,
flamboyant was another word. Then let's go. Other word, flamboyant. You're going to do me 4.
Another word.
Flamboyant.
Well, unique.
Unique. Okay.
Yeah,
Flamboyant. Unique.
Just kind of like just out there, isn't it? Just out there.
What does that mean, bro?
Just out there.
If I was to invest in you,
out there with the culture.
Okay,
do you know what I mean?
so you're saying that you're culturally important.
Well, yeah, I'm part of the
And
culture.
why are you culturally important? Let's get that confidence out.
Okay, well, do you know what? I mean, like I've toured the world and I've experienced good and bad. So, for me, like I've studied and watched people's reaction that has been in the music industry and has come out. Some, because they didn't get the support what they may have expected, they got really upset, they got unhappy, some went to the wayside. And there's people like myself that's like, you know what, I'm not having none of that. I'm going to build my own foundation Yeah, let people see what I'm about, and then from there I can collaborate with more people and different people.
So why I'm challenging you is that's all in your head and no one's clear about that. So we haven't got, because it won't just happen. No, I'm just saying I love what you do, but for me, why I'm sitting here on the other side of the camera is that I'm driving this mother. So if he's unique and he's flamboyant, then be measured. We have to have a plan and a strategy. Otherwise, it's just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping it's going to stick.
No, definitely. And I'll tell you who really inspires my work as well.
Woo! Here we go.
It's Dapper Dan, man.
Dapper Dan.
He's amazing, man.
Dapper Dan, he used to do all the leather fake Gucci and all that.
I love what he does, man. Love what he does. I just love how he carries it, you know. But yeah, so.
But no, Dapper Dan had to go mainstream.
Yeah, I know. I've
Gucci and all that.
Seen,
yeah, of course.
I've seen. But it's also good for Gucci as it is good for him.
Okay, so then we have to put you in a position where bigger brands who want to collaborate with you see it's in the good side. So now we have to start. So you do collaborate. I was just walking down the street and there was an Evian and Kenzo advert. They'd done a bottle together, and I remember Kenzo, and I was modelling in the 80s with Kenzo. So what I'm trying to say, I'm challenging you because you get this after. Is you've got to be clearer on the story. Why would I want to buy with you? Loads of people say they're unique. Loads of people say they're flamboyant.
That is very
Loads
true.
of people say, I want to collaborate. But bruv, you're 56, 57 years of age. Man's been round the world. You are a scholar of style.
Yeah, thank you.
Say that Rock the Ware is about the scholarship of fashion.
Yes.
We live with their history.
Yeah, we live and breathe it, man. Yeah, for real.
Live and breathe it. So for you, fashion isn't just fashion.
No, man. Like
it's style.
No, it's definitely style and pattern. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Style and pattern, and like like look, man. We've come through the 80s, the 70s, the 80s, like through the generation of fashion, like where we lived the 1960s fashion. Through the 20,000s. Do you see what I'm saying? But so I've been through that kind of fashion genre where we lived the 1950s and all this kind of stuff. We wore that kind of look, but we still had our.
So what I'm hearing you saying is that yours is an amalgamation of different things that other people might see as being contradictory, but there's harmony in the way you've lived your life, and what your brand is about is all about harmony. Where there once was disorder, once there was chaos, you're saying no. In all of that, there's order, and the biggest determinant for you in all of this is it's got to have some style to it. And what you define as style is slightly different from other people because of all the layers of influences that you had. So you're curating, not just creating.
That's right. And also, I've got a friend of mine.
I challenged you then. Look at you. You look like you.
It's Gabrielle. And like what it is, I was like at one time trying to sell more of like this man here, like this kind.
I love that, man.
Yeah. And what it is, it was kind of holding me back because I wasn't actually expanding enough. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then my friend Gabriel says, like, look, bro, you need to just, you know what I mean? Like, one, because he was a Muslim, he says, like, there's images that he doesn't deal with. So I suppose different Muslims deal with different whatever, yeah?
It's Salafi,
Yeah. So for me, then I was kind of thinking, okay, some people don't deal with images as much. So then I kind of thought I'd use more kind of certain symbols that, do you see what I mean? So
they're universal symbols.
Yeah, universal.
So the one thing you got to put in here is this universal as well.
Yes.
Your ideas are universal.
No, it's got to be universal. 100%.
We've gone from.
Yeah, it's got to be universal, and even though it is unisex, but there is some women's wear. Do you know what I mean? That's there.
Got another half an hour, 30 seconds. So in your last 30 seconds, what would you like to say? So 15 minutes. It's good.
Right, okay, my last 30 seconds. Well, you know what? Just come to our website www.topprojects.com.
This is for you.
That's cool.
This is for you. What would you say to yourself? This is
what
like. See, this is what I'm challenging you on.
Right, okay.
Not everything's content. And if that's the bit you've got to start. This is for you. This is for us. When you come in, you'll hear me on here, and you've got. That's the bit you've got. This is not all content. Cool. It's about research. It's about exploring, finding your voice. I challenge you there. Do you see what I mean?
Content addict, bro.
Yes. Wicked. The same way you've taken your anger into content, and everyone's got this idea that content's going to drive. It doesn't. what is the quality of your content.
Yes.
It's the clarity of your content. That's what we're trying to do here.
Oh, absolutely.
Quality and clarity.
Yeah, definitely. Be inspired. Be committed. Keep reinventing whatever you need to reinvent, and don't stop.
This is to you.
Yes.
You know all these things. So why are you selling your own stuff to yourself?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to challenge you. What have you learned that maybe you need to work on a little bit?
I think, even though there's
clarity.
Clarity. Even though the structure's there, but it's just to pinpoint the whole structure and the frame.
What your values are, what your purpose is,
Yes,
that's it.
That's right.
Because it's not clear for me yet.
Yeah, it's not clear for a lot of people.
That's all right.
But I know what it is.
You know what it is? It's because you've survived.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's just because you survived.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to put stuff down and be clearer.
But now with certain things, because it's all coming out, it's gonna be clearer to people when I actually explain the different categories of.
Well, like I said, you're still not giving anything up. That's what I'm challenging you on, because it's still not. It won't be clear. You look at any brand that they start with. They start off like Nike. Just do it. They've got a label. They've got an idea, and then off of that, you diffuse. But the idea that more will let people understand. No. The simplest message. Like you're wearing Levi's, right? Levi's come in and out. Dr. Martens, they're not selling well. So what I would say to you is you need to have an exit strategy. Like what do you need to make and by when to allow you to finance all the other things that you do. This is about money and your pension, no?
It is about money.
Let's just be straight. And at the end of the day, I'm seeing guys charging £500 for baseball caps, £600 or £1,000 for hoodies. Have a look at a guy called Cortez, who, like, young black guy, modelled his first stuff on Nike. I'll send you stuff. That's the research. It's going for mad money. Young guys will spend, because of the footballers, will spend £1,000 on a pair of jeans.
That is true.
Yeah, have a look at YSL, all the stuff. All that used to wear button-down YSL, and used to remember you in your YSL shirts and all that. You're not just sportswear. Like, I'm really challenging you now, Mike.
That's right.
To have a look through,
yeah.
and then make sense, because there's a theme that's come through all of that. Yeah, you do your own thing, but you don't just do your own thing. You do your own thing well. Is that making sense to you? What I'm trying to say?
Yes.
You got to do less, man. It's even confusing for me.
Right, okay.
Because even when you were talking as if it was content. Then so you're not clear. So what I'm going to challenge you on?
I'm very clear.
Say to me in 2 lines. What is Rock the Ware?
Rock the Ware's fashion and new branding. Yeah.
And what does that mean?
Just a new look, just a new look.
You know how many people say that to me?
New design, yeah, just a new look, new design.
What's so new about your look and your new design?
You know what? Well, I mean, I try to sort of like be a little bit different from the rest. That's what I try. Do you know?
So you're so used to talking to people that say the same shit as you, right? Like, what does that mean? If I was invested in you, what would that mean to me? So many people say, "Yeah, I'm better." Like you've got.
I'm not saying I'm better than anybody.
No, but I'm invested in you, because if I'm invested in you, because at some point you're going to need investment, right? So I'm preparing you for investment. You can't do this on your own. If you're going to scale, so you really need to be clear. Yeah. Like, what's your business plan? What's your strategy? Like, have you got a 5-year plan? Have you got? Is it just going to? And that's he's like, yeah. Like, this is business.
It is a business, and it's.
Do you understand? I'm getting that, and I know you from when we were young, bruv. Yeah. You got to treat this the way you used to do when you were younger, and that is it. And so you can say, you know what? I've moved from being an OG and an original gangster to be an OG, which is all good.
That's right.
You've got to make money on this, bruv. You've got to look at it.
This is not a play game, man.
Not anymore. Let's say that.
This is real, man. This is real.
This is why, when you looked at it, I'm going to challenge you. The label you've got on there. You haven't talked once about business. How are you going to get all those financial things if it ain't about finance? Yeah. So you're trying to show people that you can move from being a hustler to being legit. That's your journey. Rock the Ware, moving from hustle to legitimacy.
Right. Yeah,
moving from chaos to order.
Absolutely.
Moving from confusion to clarity.
Yes.
Moving from complexity to simplicity. It's about that transformation, and your SIT code is about transformation.
Absolutely.
Self-taught, and you're learning the game. And what you teach people is the tail of the tortoise and the hare, and you are both.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Does that make sense? So you've been in the game for a long time and you've done it with digging, and now it's about showing people how you can scale that.
That's right. That makes sense, man.
What did you take from that, Mike? I've just thought I'd throw that at
As
you.
you just said, you always putting me on the spot, and as you said, it's about scaling the business. That's where it's left me. Do you know what I mean? It's left me to scale the business to that.
So then
level.
you have to look at what how other people scaled, and look at what went on, and look at other brands, and look at what works. Do your research. If you're in fashion, you need to look at what's going on.
No, I hear
Cortez
that.
is someone you should look at.
Yeah.
Supreme, there's another brand called Casablanca. There's a Japanese brand. It's all on there called Beams. You should look at. They're mad, and they do a whole diffusion range. They've got beams for women, beams, and they really do. They do preppy stuff.
Yeah.
There's another brand called Jackman that I really like because you were in Japan. You should look at YSL and all of those brands, the French brands that you used to like. They're doing really well again.
You mentioned Fubu earlier.
Yeah, Fubu earlier, NYC, Brooklyn Industries, Cole Canai. They're from the 90s. Have a look at that sort of stuff. Have a look at Gazelles. And really have a look at.
I used to love Gazelles, man.
There you go. Talk. Have a look at.
Yeah.
Have a look at. I remember. Have a look at people like Beastie Boys and how hip hop moved.
Yeah, they was good, man.
Do you know what I
their
mean?
style was sharp. I used to like Beastie
You
Boys.
remind me of Beastie Boys, and they mixed. We were talking about emo earlier.
Yeah.
You really remind me of like streetwear was soul, and then a brand that I used to love was 555 Soul.
Right. Okay.
Remember 555 Soul?
I can't say
They're
that
from
I'm
New
good,
York. Have a look.
yeah.
They went bankrupt, but have a look at them. And I think what's missing in all this, you don't talk about the soul that you're bringing,
It's
about
true.
the vibe,
No, it's
about
really true.
that's what it's about.
That is really true.
Rocking is
that's
rocking's got to
right.
have a beat,
That's
bruv.
right,
Rock the
yeah.
beat, wreck the bells. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
What do you think I'm saying? And then we'll get off of this. That's
No, man, it's good. It's good. I love it, bro. I love it. I love how you're challenging me and putting me on the spot, and you're making me having to really rustle my brain to answer the right questions because it's very important, and I appreciate
Dragon's Den I'm doing to you.
Yeah,
But you should, when you listen to this, you've said some good stuff. I'll get off now. You'll hear it, have a listen, and you'll take all the references I've done
Thank you.
and look them up. And next week we'll do it again. I'll pop by after I see my
man,
dad.
That sounds good, man.
And then do some research on those
Sounds
brands.
good,
and
David.
then what I would do, just do a mood board of all the things that I've said.
Yes.
Don't make any sense of them. Just take the ones out that you like or what you found interesting. The story that we just did on Echo, and look at their stories. Look how they sold themselves. Because you want to be a heritage brand. That's what you want to be.
Yeah.
If you're a heritage brand, then you can charge premium.
Right, okay, that sounds
So you've got
great.
heritage. So 1995.
I like
Is that clear?
Yeah, the legacy, foundation, and heritage. I like that. Heritage, I like that. Premium brand, yeah. That's it, bro. That's it.
We went there. We got there, yeah?
Yeah.
Wicked.